Here's another podcast from the Pod Bros Network.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of the Jean-Paul Van Damme Cast. It is Jeff and John in studio in rainy Wyandotte, Michigan. And today we are taking on a very special movie.
Very, very special.
This one you guys might laugh at us, but we are reviewing Little Bigfoot, this 1997 PG 1 hour and 36-minute family film.
That was PG?
Yeah.
Wow.
I know, PG back then, man. It seems like the 2000s when things got a little bit more crazy. Young Peyton Shoemaker and his sister are the only ones who can save Little Bigfoot and his family from the ruthless logging company that sets out to eliminate them. Oh, man. So you're going to ask the question. You're going to be like, why the hell are you guys reviewing this?
We lost a bet.
We lost a big bet. Actually, just last night, Jeff texted me and he says, why was this in our series of movies again? I said, well, the little kid was in Sudden Death, and we all know that one. Don Stroud was in King of Kickboxers. Gerald Okamura was in Bloodsport 3.
Hell yeah.
And Joseph Griffo was in Las Vegas, who played Little Bigfoot. Then we also have, for the big Bigfoot was in Missing in Action 2. And Van Damme was in Missing in Action in an uncredited role.
Man, that's insane.
And last but not least, Timothy Baker was in No Retreat, No Surrender.
I can't even believe how many people.
So yeah, this might actually be the most people connected to Van Damme in a film called Little Bigfoot. Oh, man. So let's do quickly. Ross Mellinger, who's the kid, played Peyton. PJ Souls played Carolyn. Kenneth Tiger played Largo. You know Kenneth. He's been in a ton of stuff, too.
Was that the bad guy?
Yeah. He was the German old man in the Avengers.
Oh, that's right.
Lethal Weapon 3, he was Ernie Detective.
He was in Phantasm 2 as the priest who got his ear cut off.
Yes, yep. And I think that's all I need to say right there. You took the words out of my mouth. Kelly Packard played Lanya. Don Stroud played Mackenzie. Chris Finch, Peter. Matt McCoy, Sheriff Clifton. Francis Fallon, Vinny. Gerald Okamura played the cook. You know him
from everything
as well.
Hot Shots Part 2, I believe.
Big Trouble in Little China, G.I. Joe, The Rise of Cobra, Mortal Kombat. You name it, this dude was pretty much in it.
And he's on Facebook.
Art Camacho played Logger number 3. He was also the director of this.
Which logger was that? Was that the one with one eye or the other one with one eye?
the third one with one eye. Writers were Scott McCoy and Richard Preston Jr. And is there a tagline? No, there's no tagline. Oh, someone gave this a 1?
Man, that's kind of harsh.
I know, seriously. Oh, there is a tagline. A family vacation becomes an adventure of a lifetime.
Well, that's very generic.
Yep, totally. That's like every dollar bin
family
movie. There's no trivia, unfortunately. But yeah, so... Oh, man, getting into this one.
Where to begin?
Yeah, seriously. I laughed my ass off. We have the shots of nature, guys cutting down trees, more nature. And I was like, this is going to be like Ferngully, isn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty much exactly what it was.
It was Avatar before Avatar.
Yeah.
This should have made the $1 billion in the theater. If only it was in 3D. Little Bigfoot would be singing different praises.
It did. I mean, the Bigfoot's big feet, they did look terrifying in this too.
Oh,
especially
my gosh,
the little
one. Yeah, definitely.
It looked like a fish monster with fur or something.
It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
Little Bigfoot was ridiculous looking.
Yes.
Yeah, man.
Chest
and
pounding and
very stereotypical primate.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is
I would sue if I were a primate.
You know what? Let's represent some primates. Here we go.
Just like those
Ape
god-awful
law.
Geico commercials.
Yeah. That's right.
Yeah.
They are awful. As someone who has a ton of Neanderthal DNA in them, I am deeply offended. So we find out we have this bad boy lumber company. They're cutting down protected trees Well, they're all like, hey, take it up with Mr. Largo.
Yeah.
And then he gets there and he's like, what's wrong, boys? And they're like, nothing, sir. And then he's like, $1,000 bonus if you keep up the pace and keep your mouth shut about it.
Yay, I guess he's not so bad after all.
Yeah, I love money. And then we get a great line, RoboCop is not a doll, he's an action figure. We get that total brother and sister love straight out of the 90s films. So there's a little sister, the middle child, which is the sudden death kid, and the older brother. And they have their single mom.
Yep, very, very Hallmark movie-esque, but with a lot more chase scenes and people being shot at and big feet.
Yeah, see, that's another connection to 6 Degrees of Van Damme.
Yep.
A lot of chase scenes in this.
At least 2 car chases.
Yeah, man.
Including one that was just a Bigfoot. Like, they were just chasing a Bigfoot with cars.
I know. It's a bear. And you're going, what the hell? No. And the guys are sleeping. And that was funny. One dude has an eye patch on. The other dude is just totally blind.
His eyes just totally, like, wasn't there. Or?
Yeah, it's kind of like sunken into his face.
Got like
it's
a
milky eye. Yeah, yep, a very milky eye.
He was also in an episode of Babylon 5. It's
oh, nice.
Yeah, you don't. It's a it's a person you don't know. If you say, oh, that guy,
yeah, right. And we get some funny like back and forth with this shooting at Bigfoot and missing because he wasn't aiming, and he also just has one eye. So, and then Bigfoot comes out and yells at him, and then they all start waking up and start shooting for whatever reason because that's what you do. Bigfoot grabs at her leg when she gets shot, like a human does. And then she's like kind of skimping off, holding her leg. I was like, that is definitely a dude in a Bigfoot costume.
Probably. I'm no expert.
I was going to say, this could be a documentary. We just don't know it.
I'm no, what are they called?
The cryptologists. Yeah. Oh, man. And the one line, he's like, what about my bear? He got away. Like, oh, damn it. And then another thing, too, they named Little Bigfoot Bilbo after Bilbo Baggins.
Yeah.
But there was also like that book
with like
Bilbo, and they're like, Bilbo's not real.
Yeah, like, I don't know, it was a weird children's book with like a little Bigfoot in it named Bilbo, but it was called A Hobbit.
Yep.
I was really confused by that.
Yeah, it was really weird. And then he farts in the car and stinks out his family.
He crop dusts his whole family and gets his Game Boy thrown out of the car.
Yes, he does. And then we have Little Bigfoot go into the kitchen where we have our very famous Asian chef.
Yep. Was that the only scene he was in? Or was he in it later? I can't remember.
He might have been in it one more time. But
it really didn't play any significant role in the film.
Except for Little Bigfoot stealing food so it can eat. And then he sees Little Bigfoot and freaks out. And then we get a stereotypical preppy guy playing tennis with his girlfriend. It's the son of Mr. Largo, Vincent. And, we get this whole back and forth about, we don't know what we saw. And they're like, hey, we got to try to get this thing and kill it and basically keep chopping down protected trees. And the one guy was like, I can't do it. And he's like, you're fired. And if you tell anybody about this, you'll never work again. And then the kids are really big assholes in the restaurant.
Yeah, very annoying. Oh, yeah, they're fucking with the poor waitress.
Water on the waitress.
Just to be dicks.
Yep. And then the mom's like, this is coming out of your allowance. Then we get some girl in the woods and the lumberjacks just try to attack her.
Try to kill her, yeah.
You don't get any backstory except that she's in the woods. And then the lumberjacks come by and she gets away. And then they see the bear. And then Little Bigfoot runs out in front of their van and they almost die.
Everyone almost dies.
Yes. And then the mom gets pulled over by the sheriff, who tells her that she has a muffler and gives her a recommendation, and they flirt and the kids point out at it. They call her out on it. And then we see the exchange between the older son and the preppy son, calling the brother a dweeb and a geek.
Ouch.
I know, that hurt me deeply. Peyton crashes his bike after an officer gets in his way accidentally, and the veterinarian, the girl that was chased by the lumberjacks, takes care of him, and the officer gives him a ride home. Vincent is trying to go out on a date with the veterinarian. Going hunting? Yes. Get out! Oh, man. The cop and the mom take a rain check on their dinner dates. Peyton sees Little Bigfoot in the window, so he and his sister chase after it.
This is like the shittiest Bigfoot for being elusive ever. It's
I
always
know.
stealing shit and it's very acclimatized. You could tell it's like
do
one of
not
those
feed the
bears.
bears.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
That's what happens. So his sister gives little Bigfoot, an apple, and he freaks out. Then he runs away as the lumberjacks take the kids. Mr. Largo gives the kids a glass of milk so they could tell him everything. And they said they were out looking for aliens. Well, did you find any? No.
Are you sure?
Little Bigfoot's trying to take care of its mom. That's not really working.
No.
Because, he's a Bigfoot, not a doctor.
Classic mistake.
Yep. So Peyton shows up to thank the vet again, and the brother immediately is flirting with her, which is, I'm like, this has to be like the Doogie Howser of vets.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
she was very young.
She was very young.
16-ish, maybe 18.
Yeah,
like,
right. Just
very
18.
young to get out of, I don't know how long it takes you to get out of veterinary school, but.
Yeah, right. She, like I said, she just did it. She nailed it.
Hell yeah.
Mr. Largo comes in. I have an animal outside that needs to be looked at. She looks through the blinds. It's a dead deer.
It's perfectly legal, isn't it? Yes. I do everything by the letter of the law.
And then he threatens her and says,
Yep.
if you trespass again, I'll use the full extent of the law. And then we get a little Bigfoot titular line. We haven't had titular line in a while.
No.
I feel like, so.
I felt good.
Yeah, right. She convinces the brother that they all need to go find Bigfoot after the brother's like.
After her parents explicitly mom's explicitly forbade it. And
yeah, right.
She's like, come on, don't be a pussy.
Yeah, pretty much so. I was really weird for that language in PG. Don't be a pussy, you little bitch. He's like, aw, man.
Oh, fuckwad.
No one calls me a chicken. And Vincent, we see, has a soft side. He's going out hunting, sees the deer, but he doesn't shoot it. And there's some good in him.
Mm-hmm.
Must be from his mom.
Who was also a Bigfoot. It doesn't play into the movie, though.
Yep. Nope. That's why Mr. Largo
yeah, he hates the
hunts
Bigfoot, yeah.
So the vet and the brother are trying to get pictures of the guys doing the illegal activity, and then they get caught. We get the chase scene going on. He throws out those spikes. There's a car and a bike chase scene.
This movie had a lot of car chases and a lot of stunts, like a lot of cars getting wrecked too.
Yeah, seriously, man.
I think 3 in total, maybe 4,
man.
including the families.
Yeah, right. Like there was quite a bit there. The sister even hits the lawyer with the camera. I'm like, out of all the guys to hit with the camera, you hit the lawyer?
Yeah.
That's the dude who's really going to sue you. I kind of wish that he would have like Rocky 5'd it and was like, I'll sue.
Yeah.
Touch me, I'll sue. But we didn't get that. Little Bigfoot grabs Peyton and shows him the trees that were cut down, and he's stroking the trees.
It's okay. I know this is your home. Oh, this Bigfoot really likes trees a lot,
I know, man. I know.
It's because it uses them to hide.
Yep. And they're cut down so he can't hide.
That's why he's so
That's why he's upset.
non-elusive, yeah.
And then he feeds a deer.
These fucking deer, man, they just stand around. They don't run away.
I know, man.
They
Seriously.
get shot.
They get shot and, go in hoods of cars. Bilbo takes the kids to his home to show the mom Bigfoot, and the mom's like,
oh, Jesus.
And so
it's a big Bigfoot.
The daughter or the sister is like, here, take this. And, everyone's like, watch out. She's like, ah. But then, big Bigfoot relaxes a bit.
These Bigfoots, these Sasquatches are terrifying looking. I know I said it before.
Yeah.
But they're terrifying looking.
It
They have
needs to be
giant
reiterated.
bulging eyes.
Yeah.
Weird, creepy, puckering mouths.
Yeah,
and
it's not Harry and the Hendersons.
No,
Bigfoot at
they
all.
didn't use Stan Winston for that. They looked convincing. It was really good animatronics for some random family movie.
I know, for something that probably didn't have that big of a budget.
Yeah, I wonder if they're just was from another botched movie or...
Yeah, right? I don't know.
Some episode of The Land of the Lost.
The vet and the brother are at Mr. Largo's place. They're framing her for blowing up the bulldozers. Mom takes the son. Lawyer tells the officer they want to prosecute. The sheriff warns about the law cracking down on him, and then they threaten the sheriff. The older brothers
do a real creepy, the one logger strokes the, so creepy. Stroke the veterinarian's hair.
Yep, yeah. the older brother sneaks out of the house to develop the film, tells the kids to stay home, but of course no one listens, and the kids say they have to go find Bilbo. He shows up and takes the kids to his cave home. Oh, that's where the Bigfoot freaks out. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. And so they take off, and the mom Bigfoot follows them, which is hilarious. She's been in this cave, like suffering this infection. I was really hoping that we would have got a scene of the vet taking care of.
I know, you would think.
And the lead up was there, but they just did not pull the trigger on it.
Yeah, I don't know if they just ran out of time or who knows.
Yeah, right. Because then at the tail end, she's okay. She's all better.
Yeah.
So magical Bigfoot, another dimension. So. Meanwhile, the lumberjacks are hunting. They said they'll lead the hunters off in another direction. The kids steal a truck, and the guy starts shooting after them. Mr. Largo actually offers a $50,000 bonus to basically kill these children. So,
who could say no to that?
More car chases. Guys go off into the lake. There's one truck down, 2 to go. Peyton, he's yelling at Bilbo once it's all said and done, telling him to go. He won't. I hate you.
Oh my God. He's throwing rocks at him and stuff, like pine cones. Oh man.
I'll miss you. And then the sister, bye Bilbo, I love you. As she's waving. And then little Bigfoot gets his foot trapped in a bear trap. Mr. Largo shows up with his hunters. One of them goes over to kill little Bigfoot.
You would think you would make more money from capturing a Bigfoot than you would for taking down a couple trees in an area.
Yeah, seriously, man. Vincent yells at his dad, tells him not to shoot him. We hear a gunshot and the kids freak out, like majorly. And then the sheriff comes out of nowhere and arrests the one-eyed guy. And the guy he fired comes out as a witness. The sheriff tells them he's sure Bilbo will be all right. Let's keep this our secret. As the mom and baby look on from some rock. The end. Oh, by the way, I meant to say this in the beginning of our episode. We forgot to do our split scale for TC 2000.
We did.
And so we have to do a split scale for each movie. So for TC 2000, before we continue our little Bigfoot split scale, what would you give TC 2000?
I mean, it didn't have any Bigfoots in it.
No
And
Bigfoots whatsoever.
I was
Unless
looking.
You say Mateus Hughes with
That's
his
true.
big feet, but
I mean, the action scenes I did enjoy, but they just dragged on for too long. The plot was incomprehensible. The sets were nice, although if you like industrial settings.
Yeah, right. It was very much, well, it reminded me of Downriver. So
yeah, exactly. Like, wow, this seems
home sweet home.
Is this just everyday life that they're filming for?
They filmed this in my backyard.
If you liked Cyborg, you might enjoy this, or maybe Cyborg 2, or maybe even Cyborg 3. This would be on par with probably like Cyborg 3.
Yeah, it totally is.
So I'd probably give it maybe a 5.5 or a 6.
Oh, wow. You're going that. Yeah, I thought I'm at a 4 with it, man.
Yeah.
I was heavily disappointed with the length of the fight
Yeah,
scenes.
I mean,
that's
like,
the thing that throws me off on
Mateus and Abolo Young being in it really
that was
added
awesome.
star power for sure.
Real, man. And don't get me wrong, I dug Billy Blanks, but like there was just something to it that I was just like, this movie's missing something.
Yeah. Well, Billy Blanks is not a good actor.
No, Billy Blanks is not a good actor until he does his double kick to the side of your face.
Yes.
Like I was hoping for that like kick hug, and he didn't do it in this, so
it's a special move.
I know, right? He saves it only for King of the Kickboxers. So yeah, all right, let's get to the real deal here. Split scale on Little Bigfoot.
Little Bigfoot was surprisingly entertaining, surprisingly action-packed, and it had more Bigfoots than I expected to. I was expecting just one. There ended up being 2.
Yep.
I mean, if you're stuck watching a Hallmark movie, this is probably one of the best ones you could find because it would be entertaining for your kid, and you could see some sweet stunts and attempted murder left and right.
Like, if I ever show this to my children, I'm going to be like, this was the 90s. This is exactly what the 90s.
This is what everyday life for us.
This was.
I have saved 7 Bigfoots in my time.
Oh, Dad, come on, stop.
We lost 13 Bigfoots, though, so.
Lost more than we could save.
Which is why they're so rare. I would probably give this maybe a 6. I mean, when it comes to a children's or family Hallmark style movie. This is about as good as you're going to get.
Yeah, no, definitely 6. It had everything that I expected in this 90s kind of family film to have.
With some extra attempted murder.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting them to literally like shoot at them.
I
you wouldn't
know,
even see
man.
that in like Three Ninjas or anything like that.
That's why I enjoyed this one.
Yeah, kill him.
Get him. Get him.
Show those hippies.
I cut down some trees after watching this.
I shot an actual Bigfoot.
Yep.
Probably. It was kind of dark, so I couldn't tell for sure.
Don't
It was a big hulking figure that walked on 2 feet.
Yep. Bipedal Bigfoots, you know. But yeah, I agree with you. So check it out. It's on YouTube. I would be surprised if YouTube took this down because, like, let's be honest, why would they take down Little Bigfoot? And then we got a sequel out of it. It was popular enough to get a sequel to it.
Big Bigfoot.
Yep. Bigfooter.
Bigfoot harder.
Yep. Bigfootaloo, electric boogaloo. All right. Thank you so much for listening. That's it for this one. I don't recall what we're going to do next. I think we're going to try to do We Die Young next. I think that's what we're going to do.
I think so.
It's available to buy now on Amazon at $12.99, which I was like, ooh.
A steal.
Yep. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. But you know where you can find us at Damcast on Twitter, the bros at podbros.com, or gpvdamcast@gmail.com if you want to send an email. We love talking to everyone. We love sharing our love for Van Damme and some of these crazy other 6 Degrees films. What else do you think we should review? Let us know. Also, if you do your shopping on Amazon, please consider using our link. Just go to podbros.com, hit that Amazon button. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us out in the long run. And we are on Patreon with that super secret Van Damme episode. Just go to patreon.com/podbros, and for $1, it can be yours. Last but not least, TeePublic. You know it's that time. That's tee.pub/lic/podbros. We have some great shirts up over there. We are going to be getting a new shirt up on there soon enough. Thanks to Tony from Kapowcast. He sent it to me and I was in awe. Thanks to Mike for coming up with the idea of it too, from also Kapowcast. They are doing this shirt and I'm really excited for it, but you'll have to go to TeePublic to find out, and it should be up on there when this episode comes out. So, all right, that's it. I'm John.
And I'm Jeff.
And you've been listening to another episode of the Jean Pod Van Damcast. Bilbo! Bilbo! I hate you! Jeff, I hate you! I'll miss you.